Next, Bible healing oils. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, Vicki Herring here with Bible Healing Oils. Today, Siobhan and I are going to have some awesome testimonies on the radio with us, and I am just excited about that. But before we get started, I want to introduce myself and give you a little background. Vicki Herring, former owner of AG Pharmaceutical Labs. I did animal vaccines for quite some time and studied microbiology for a decade or two. It's been a long time. Oh, wow. Yeah. Went to college to study the chemistry of the brain and went through Bible college to finish up the counseling, Christian counseling degree. But the most interesting thing that I found in the Bible was the Old Testament was totally antimicrobial. All the essential oils are just, they have such medical properties in them that I just got stuck and started working with loved ones who were sick. And we've just had awesome testimonies for many years now.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. These oils, they work so well, and they're just so, like, the more you learn about them, just the more amazed you are. And they're all through the Bible. And they have been used for thousands of years to heal, to preserve, and they have endless uses. They're truly God's gift to us.
Well, I think you might know a little bit because of your background.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I do. I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry, and I worked for years in the pharmaceutical industry, of course with pharmaceutical drugs, but an awful lot of the pharmaceutical drugs are sourced from natural sources. Of course, then they're synthesized in the lab. They're copied from these natural sources, but the oils are the natural source themselves, so they're just unbelievably powerful.
And that's the Bible medicine.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what the doctors of the Bible days used, was go to the elders and they'll anoint you, and that's with prayer and care over time and using these oils. The magnificent thing on these oils is when we formulate them, we take them actually from formulas out of the Bible, which is, we're going to kind of go into that a little bit today. But before we get started, I wanted to bring on one of the testimonies on the Moses cream. And Moses, he had an awesome story in the Bible. He actually was one of the first ones from Egypt who got trained to distill the oils, and he had taken the Jews out in the desert. They had a plague going on, and he got some oils and he formulated a cream. And so we kind of tweaked it and took his cream and made some great product out of it.
Yeah.
So I want to bring on somebody who has an awesome testimony for the Moses cream. So I'm going to go ahead and
give her a call. She's waiting for our call.
Yeah, she's waiting. And so she's got a really awesome testimony. I've got several of them on the Moses cream, so I just really wanted to get her going here.
Hello.
Hi, how are
Hey.
you?
Good.
Okay, so what I first want to do is just, if you want to give your testimony and just talk a little bit about piano playing.
You want that part first?
Yeah, that part's the best part, I think.
You want me to go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Go for it.
So anyway, the most fortunate thing probably for me was that I had heard different times you talk about the Moses cream, but I hadn't ordered it yet. So a few weeks ago I did. So the best thing is that I did have it on hand, and one of the days I had used it in the morning because I was getting a sinus infection, and I thought, oh my goodness. So I said, well, oh yeah, I have that Moses cream, so I used it, and I didn't just put it on my earlobe, as I learned later that you didn't need to put it all sorts of places, but I was putting it on my throat everywhere. Well, I just continued on, and that morning it was kind of quiet, and I thought, well, I'll just play the piano, and I was working on this song that I liked, and well, I played it, and it just went, I just played it like nothing, you know? And so, and I didn't realize anything to do with the Moses cream until the next probably day or so. Then I talked to you. And we were talking about, I think I was, by that time I was telling you about it, getting my headache to go away.
Yeah, your sinus
And so
problem.
but then you enlightened me that, oh no, that it does all these things. And I started realizing that through that same day that, I played the piano, and I actually recorded it because I was like, well, I might as well record it. I'm not making any mistakes. But anyway, my headache it just went away. The next day when I started to get a headache, I said, oh, and I did still rub it on my forehead, but I had a headache that I couldn't seem to get rid of, different times to do with sinus. But so I put it on, and I'll say 10 minutes, but I don't even know if it was a whole 10 minutes, because I remember just thinking, oh my goodness, it went away,
Yeah.
So I had put it on my earlobe, like you said, and everything, and across my forehead and throat and stuff, but I know that wasn't necessary now.
Yeah. This cream, you just literally, if you put it around the ear, it goes to the brain and gives you a charge.
Oh, yes,
it
definitely.
does.
It's
It gives you a
amazing.
charge. The frequency.
amazing.
The frequency.
Totally.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Ann. Go ahead.
Yeah, anyway, so, and then I think the other little thing that dawned on me I had done is I had this little teeny tiny, I didn't know if it was itchy or swollen or what, next to on my eyelid, but fairly close, like next to my eyelashes. And I just took a speck of that Moses cream and I put it on there, and the next day, it was down and gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that one was quick. And then actually going back to when I had used the Moses cream 2 days in a row, the following day, I was feeling really good. I didn't have fever. I didn't have a headache. Nothing. So that would be yesterday.
Yeah, I had a lady who, I've been working with her for quite a while. She's got multiple different things. Anyhow, she had a serious problem with her thyroid. The doctors wanted to do some radical surgery and stuff. Anyhow, she had a big lump on her thyroid, and her numbers were all messed up. And she used the skin purification, which drains the lymphatic system, and then she used the Moses cream on top of that. And she went back to the doctor. I can't remember, it was 4 days or a week, and her thyroid her test came in perfect. The lump went away with the skin purification, which drains the lymphatic system, and then the Moses cream took care of the balance of it. Now, this one here is perfect for shaking someone's hand who's got the flu or cold, or touching it, and then touching, because you're not going to pick it up. It's going to take care of all the bacteria, virus. I mean, it's really, and then of course we have the lip balm. You can put that on the lips, and that one right there is the story I talk about. My husband, who had the flu, and he came home with it after I put the cream in his lunchbox,
Which
Mm-hmm.
he didn't use.
And then every day that he had the flu, I put the lip balm on it and gave him a big smooch when he came in, just to prove to him that
Rub it in.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get it. So
Exactly.
anyhow, yeah.
Would you say that you, how much time, or maybe you don't have to, like if you're going to use on your thyroid or your throat area or whatever, would you put, how much time would you put in between those creams, or would you just put them both on?
Yeah, I always tell people a gap of time. So you got to give a couple of hours in between using the oils. You don't want to use too many at the same time.
I get it. I
Because,
see.
yeah, you can get...
You'll get overwhelmed by them.
Yeah, you will.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very powerful, and they're...
So if you were going to do the skin purification, for the nodules or whatever, you would do that first and then wait a couple hours and then put Moses?
Yeah, I do the skin purification in the morning. I use it actually for blackheads, the drops are the ones I use. They're the stronger ones. I use that for that. And then I have fibrosis in my breast. So I use I'll open the cream and I'll put a couple of drops in there, and then I'll put it underneath, and that's my deodorant. And that's where your lymphatic system is, right underneath, right around your breast, the top of your breast. So I put it
And your
on
armpits, right?
I put it on my armpit and put it around there, and then later I'll go sit down and I use the weight loss, and I'll, then a few hours later I'll do another one, and the Moses cream goes on my little dog. I originally had used it on her, and her birthday is going to be here in a couple of weeks. She's going to be 15. She's a little Yorkie, and she sleeps, and this is the one I put in her ears. In her ears, and she all of a sudden was a spring chicken. So
She has a lot more energy.
yeah,
these days. It's
she does.
amazing.
She comes in and barks at everybody.
She's going around the house now looking for everyone to feed her whatever they
You
have.
gotta be careful what dog you're gonna give that to. Mine's gonna get too lively.
Yeah. She slept all day long. So, and I was amazed because that worked for her collapsing tracheal. Her esophagus or her tracheal was
Collapsing.
collapsing.
It was a collapsing trachea.
Yeah, and it actually is, her symptoms of that have almost gone.
Yeah.
So
I
that
see.
is amazing to me.
Is the Moses cream? Well, I'm assuming maybe both. But both must be fairly. They're detoxing, I guess.
The Moses cream is more defense and
Okay.
Antibacterial,
Yeah,
antimicrobial.
yeah,
So
that one enhances the DNA. That one's got a lot of goodies in it. The skin purification more is to drain the lymphatic
detox,
system
yes.
and to
I see.
detox you. Yeah.
Okay, that way. Okay.
Yes, yeah, and that's how they're designed to work. This one was used by the priest when they would, one of the main ingredients in it is organic hyssop and cedarwood, and then of course we have our frankincense and myrrh, and we have other oils in here, but those right there, the combination of them were used to actually ward off the mold and in the houses, so it didn't get on the priest, and it was used to flick onto people with skin imperfections, and it was used all through the Bible. David used it.
cleansing, yeah.
David said, purge me with hyssop, I shall be clean, whiter than snow, because it actually does drain the lymphatic system. So,
Good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
okay, well,
Well-
I really appreciate you coming on.
Perfect. Fantastic stuff to me. All of it.
Okay, hon. Well,
Okay,
you have a blessed day today.
You too. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
God bless. Thank you. Bye.
Right.
Okay. She had an awesome testimony.
Yeah, I love how her piano playing improved with
Yeah,
it.
she was saying she played and played and played. It's kind of like me. I'll put it on my ears and I'll just go and I'll do things in the house that I don't normally do.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
This is the power of the the olfactory, the inhalation method. I know we put it on, and the Moses cream is mostly topical, but you still get some. You still inhale some. It goes right up there, and it stimulates production. It stimulates the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland to produce all those good hormones and the serotonin by day, melatonin by night.
Yeah, your ear is connected to your pituitary
and
too.
this is where the sinuses are very big too, because all of that area is all connected.
Yes.
And she had a sinus infection, and it was gone really fast.
Right.
And those as
Good for sore throat too.
oh yes, that's again your oropharynx.
Yes.
Sinuses all connected.
Yeah.
Ears fill up, and the Moses, topical. The topical application, and it got her both ways, and it completely took care of it. It really does work.
Yeah, and that's our special this week is the Moses cream. Now the Moses cream, you get a 2-ounce jar with that, and that'll last you quite some time. You just take a little bit and you just put it on your hands, and I just kind of rub it around my nose a little bit, which is kind of what she put it actually all over her nasal.
Yeah, she
airways
She
there.
got those sinuses good, and it worked.
She did, and on her head there, her
Yeah.
forehead. And then we have that one is $39, and then you buy one, you can get the second one at half price. So if you have a loved one, just get them one too, half price, good deal. Now the Moses lip balms, we have the rose and we have the clear. Now the rose, this one here is very, very light.
Yeah,
doesn't
just a
really
little
leave
tint,
doesn't
not
leave
much,
much color at all. A guy could get away with that one.
Yeah.
But that's $5, and again, buy one, get one half off. So that's a really good deal for the Moses cream, and
yes.
that one can be used all year long. So that will. Now, my accountant, we have a charity, and he does my charity accounting for free. My taxes every year. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so,
tax time is over.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, and all the proceeds of this here go to the charity, so that's a
yes,
wonderful
to
thing.
support women and children in need,
Right,
victims
yes,
of domestic
yes.
violence. So it's
Domestic
really,
violence is a big issue these
it's
days.
really a great cause.
Yes, yeah, and you and I both know.
And personal experience. Yes.
Yes, we both have that. Okay, so anyhow, I had taken some over to him. He has Parkinson's and he's a diabetic, and I was telling him about putting it on his ears, and I went back to sign some paperwork, and he was like, "Oh, what is in that? That stuff is so great. What is in that?" And he's like talking to everybody in the office, so everybody in the office is getting it. He said it gave him a kick of energy, and he was surprised. He was telling me that he had maybe just a little bit of it was kind of bothering his eyes a little bit, but I was explaining to him, yeah, I think it's getting in there and actually working on the issue of his eyes, because as a diabetic and having Parkinson's, he has a lot of things going on up there.
Retinopathy going on in the eyes. The Parkinson's won't go as much to the eyes, but it may be something to do with because it's neurological. I don't know.
Well, when the diabetes hits the kidneys, it goes directly to the eyes. That's kind of, they're connected.
Well, it affects the blood vessels in the back of the eye.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's really just, it's like, I love all the oils. I do. I just, God has such beautiful blends. So if you want to get in on our special, I want to make sure you have our number. It's 1-877-231-3326. That's 1-877-231-3326. Now you can go to our website and listen to a lot of testimonies, and that's www.biblehealingoils.com. Again, www.biblehealingoils.com. Now, another testimony I had gotten on the skin purification cream was from Beth, and I'm going to try to get Beth on the next show coming up here. She had to work today, but she was going to give her grandson, her grandbaby, had a brain trauma, and she ordered the brain trauma, and the baby is 9 months old, and it was talking prior to baby talk prior to the brain trauma, and then after the brain trauma it wasn't talking, not even clearly anything, and after she'd gotten the brain trauma, it didn't take her long, and she was back to talking. So it's amazing that a little one could just smell it like that, and it worked for the little one. So I know you wanted to go into how that olfactor on the nose works.
Well, the inhalation, again, the method of where you just breathe it in, and it goes right in. It's actually bypasses the blood-brain barrier, because it goes through your nasal mucosa into the olfactory bulb, which is connected directly to the limbic system, which is like the core. It's like the core of your brain, controls a lot of primitive stuff like breathing, your blood pressure, but also it's the seat of your emotions. This is like, often you'll notice you smell something and you'll start feeling before you even know it. So this is like, it goes straight in there, and it can affect how you're feeling emotionally. This is why it was so effective for things like anxiety and depression. But also in there you have, as I mentioned earlier, the hypothalamus, which is connected to your pituitary gland, which controls all the hormones, or at least the vast majority of the hormones and neurotransmitters throughout your body. So it can actually work on your thyroid, your adrenal glands, and of course then you have, going back in a roundabout way to the trauma, of course it's going right in there to the core of your brain, so it's going to work on any trauma. It's connected to your cortex, which a lot of the traumas are.
Yeah, what the brain trauma does, though, is it primarily opens up the blood vessels so that the oxygen flows into the brain. So that little box that you feel like you're in, because you do feel like a little box because of the lack of oxygen to the brain.
Yeah.
And that right there opens that up so that you feel normal again.
Yeah, and again, this release of the control of the respiration, which is your breathing, and your hormones there will open up those. That's how those pathways open up to let the oxygen in. It's very, very complex, fascinating, but very complex.
Yes. That one is a lovely one. I love the brain trauma, especially after my brain trauma. That was, I had that for almost 2 years, and it was horrifying. Now, I have people that call and say, after we go through, we talk about, the frankincense, which is so great, and we talk about the IQ Plus, the cancer, the nose, we talk about the brain trauma, the Better Vein, we talk about the liquid gold weight loss, the memory support. People are like, well, I want to order everything you have, but I can't afford it this week. So what we did was we put a little sample kit of 10 of our top oils together, and so you can get them, and they come with little roller balls on them, and they're 2 milliliters, and normally you get 5 or 10 milliliters. Once in a while you get the more expensive 15, but usually you're buying the 10. Now this here little sample kit each one has about 40 drops in it.
Yeah.
So you're going to get, and it takes about 1 to 2 drops per application, so you're going to get a good sample of it. And you just hold it up to your nose, you roll it on to your fingers, and you can just hold it up to your nose and smell and inhale deeply. And that is how it gets up into the brain, and it works.
Yeah.
I love the smell of this one.
Which one is that?
That's the weight loss.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't need it, I know. But unless you have memory problems. Yeah. Love that one. Okay, so the sample kit, what we did was, again, we put 10 of them together, and the kit, you can get the kit for $138, and you'll get the pain solution, so you can roll that on pain. You'll get the arthritis, so you can roll it on arthritis. If you don't have arthritis, share it with your mother, share it with your neighbor. Somebody has that.
It's so common. Everybody's got a problem with it.
And then we have the clear nose, which opens the sinuses up. You just put it on your fingers, smell it, and then of course you get the memory one, you get the Moses one to put on. That one's really good to open that up. The IQ Plus, you get that one. That one is for sleep, anxiety, and that's really good for just making you happy.
Yes, this is the one that really works through that route, through the olfactory bulb, right up there into the hypothalamus, the limbic system, takes care of your emotions, helps you sleep, also helps you be alert. This is truly amazing. It's the same mechanism, just depending on this is our circadian rhythms, day and night. Serotonin by day, melatonin by night. So it makes you alert, happy, engaged during the day, relaxed, restful, ready to sleep at night. It's one of those things that's just fascinating.
And then we have the cancer support, and that one you just roll onto the skin cancer, and we've had some awesome reports, 2 to 4 weeks average report, and that's Mayo, VA.
We have never heard anything bad about the cancer
no
support.
Negatives, yeah.
Everybody has awesome results with it.
Yes, that's that one I love. Okay, the Better Vein roll-on, and that one right there is for like veins on the back of your hands, or for pop-out veins on your legs.
If you have trouble with those varicose veins, it helps.
Because of the clotting.
The pooling, because your valves, it helps too, because those valves get separated because the vessel is swollen. It helps to tighten up the vessel walls, get the valves working right, and get rid of that pooling.
Right. And then we have the blood pressure, which we'll get to you. Now, we have the liquid gold weight loss, which I love that one right there. That shuts off the sugar cravings. It's not just to help you lose weight. It's because it's shutting off the sugar craving. You'll know.
It works with the hormones.
Right. And then we have the skin purification, and that one is the one you put around your thyroid. And then we have the memory support, and that one is to help you with old age, not the brain trauma. The brain trauma is a different product.
If you have an actual injury.
Right. And that one right there, the brain trauma is when you have an actual
injury.
Smacking on the head.
Yeah.
Okay. So the memory support, the skin purification, you get all of those, you get all 10 of those for the $138. We're going to pay your shipping today.
Free shipping.
Yes,
Great deal.
and the first 50 callers will also get a free frankincense. Now, that's a sample. The frankincense sample, that one right there, the university study in Puerto Rico, they actually had showed that inhibited breast cancer.
Yeah, another one in Puerto Rico. I didn't know about that one. That's a new one.
Yes, and it enhances the DNA repair according to them, which is according to us too.
Yeah, we're running out of time here. I love that mechanism. I totally going to explain the whole thing.
Yeah, so you want to get in on our specials today. The brain trauma, we have that one on special for $69. The 10 items, you can get the samples, that's $138, and the Moses cream is $39. Buy one, get one. That's
50% off.
50%. Right? You buy one, you get one, 50% off. So again, give us a call at the 1-877-231-3326 to get in on our specials today. That's 1-877-231-3326. So you can get all the samples we put together for you. So we have a sample kit. And then, of course, you can hear the testimonies by going to the website, www.BibleHealingOils.com. But I just love all of the way that God just formulated and put these together.
Yeah, it's just all there. It's all there in the plants, and we have all the methods of extracting it. And they're so concentrated. They're just full of good stuff.
Yes, and it's like when we talk about the frankincense. Only 2% of the frankincense in the world is true frankincense, and slim amount is organic, and ours is certified organic. Our myrrh is wild crafted, and that is as organic as you're going to get that. And then, of course, our hyssop that we use, that is organic too. So I think it's just important that you use and get quality products.
And these are all produced in the traditional way too.
Yes, and a lot of them are made in Petri dishes, so that's not a good thing.
Oh, not ours though. Other ones, synthetic ones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this week I'm going to be over at Healthy Habit Health Food Store in Phoenix, Arizona, and that's 7th Street in Bethany Home. So I'll be talking there at 1 o'clock. You can get in on that, and I'll be able to give you a lot more detail when I do the talks. But
they're giving out samples there this week too, so good time to go down.
They have all the samples there. And again, give us a call at the 1-877-231-3326 to get in on our specials. That's 1-877-231-3326. So, Siobhan.
Have a great day. God bless.
Amen.
The preceding program was brought to you by the Holy Spirit Broadcasting Network, HSBN Television. You're watching the Holy Spirit Broadcasting Network. Our mailing address is HSBN, P.O. Box 6811, Orange, California 92863. Call us at 1-877-588-1664 or email info@hsbn.tv.